Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I'm still in Seattle. I'll do a big round. These are the coolest playground ever. Maybe not the coolest playground ever, but a super cool playground. Anyway, there's the Puget Sound. What I'd like to talk about today is we're talking about confirmation bias. We're talking about the first part of it, which I think many people are aware of, which is seeking out information we already believe to be true. So you hear that, as we said, you can hear that with politics, other big issues, when people are talking about big worldly things. It's also true about what we tell ourselves in our head from our upbringing and the messaging that we got early on. And we will, remember, bias is unconscious, like we were saying in the last reel. Bias is unconscious, and so we're not even, hence not aware that we're doing it, which is very important because we can only make changes to things once we kind of pull them out of the vault and realize what we're doing. And so, if you were told you weren't the smartest one in the family, you weren't the most athletic one in the family, you weren't the most artistic one in the family, you weren't this enough, you weren't that enough, you weren't whatever enough, and then we unconsciously seek out sort of confirmation for that by experiences we have in the world. We look for ways to prove to ourselves we're not this enough, we're not smart enough, rich enough, thin enough, likable enough, whatever enough. And so it's really important. So the flip, not the flip side, I meant to say the second part of that, which many people are not aware of, that in addition to seeking out information we already believe to be true, we simultaneously ignore evidence to the contrary. And this is huge, because while we're busy seeking out ways to prove to ourselves we are how we are, or aren't how we aren't, or whatever, we're also ignoring when people say things to us or experiences the world shows us that it isn't true. You really are smarter than you think, stronger than you think. You really are healthier, more physically fit, or better at dealing with challenging people than you think, or whatever it is. And often that is exemplified with how well we take compliments. This is kind of an indicator of this, because when somebody says a heartfelt compliment to us, we might even smile and kind of nod and maybe say thank you, but if we're not fully integrating it and actually looking them in the eyes and then feeling those good feels in the compliment, we're buying into the second part of confirmation bias, which is ignoring evidence to the contrary. So confirmation bias is two parts, and that second part is also important, because in order to change our belief system, we're talking about the limiting beliefs we've been talking about. In order to change those, break through that glass ceiling, as we say, we want to breathe in the good feels when that happens, when we have this evidence that we